Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of the Foolsopolis here in City Skylines, where last episode guys, we took a look at the Barges mod, tried to get it to work, didn't go down too well, but it sparked some very very ideas from it not working. Now don't be disheartened, but I'm kind of going to get rid of it. I'll explain in just a moment, but from the burning ashes, could become something really good. Now, guys, if you enjoyed this and want to see more of the Foolsopolis, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new right here, then make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when that next episode does come out. Now, before I explain, I'm going to give a big, huge thank you to your boy Snowy in the comment section right now. Over on his channel, he kind of messed around with the Barges mod, getting it to work and all that, because he was unsure that it would work with the canals. Turns out it did work, and what he did was he utilized the two variations of harbors that you can use. I've done that because that's when it kind of worked for him, and I've changed it and it doesn't work for me. But then he found out they will only work if the distance is shorter than what the actual vehicles would drive, if that makes any sense. And then I thought, okay, that makes sense as well. But if it doesn't work for me, then it means that what I'm trying to set up right now will never ever work, because that's not how the mod works. So I thought, okay, right. Barges, they ain't going to work for me. I don't think they are going to be a solid foundation for the city. And I really appreciate Snowy right now by doing all that detective work for me. But from Snowy showing me that, from me failing in here, has led on to me to then truly believe that Barges might not be the way forward. Now, what if I could get cargo ships coming down these canals? Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to be able to squeeze cargo ships coming down here, because that's not how it's going to work. But it truly did ask the question for me. What if I was able to widen these canals to the perfect width of what a cargo ship could need? And then instead of having like one of these canals as a canal, it was a larger river. Now, that also kind of enticed me a bit more, because we have this little lake here, which is connected by the canals. Now, technically, I could have all this canal coming out here to being a river, and it connects to this body of water, and it can kind of connect outside of the region. And I can bring cargo ships through it. It might seem a little bit ridiculous, but, I mean, that happens in the real world, right? We have cities that will naturally build on the entry point of the ocean and the river meeting, and cargo ships travel up and down it to drop off goods. So that has now led me to believe, and led me to wanting, to create a river through the city. It then does mean like something like this. I could have like a cargo harbour here. I can even utilise the ones with the train lines too, and get it connected to the train line. But let's say I had one here, and let's say I replace this one with a cargo. We could have a cargo ship that's sailing up down there, dropping off goods, thus eliminating the amount of need for vehicles to travel on these runs. It would, I mean, if I don't use trains, it would also eliminate the amount of trains we're being using right now. So it would reduce the vehicle traffic, it would reduce the train traffic from getting point A to point B. I already have the infrastructure for the waterways in the middle of the city. Why not extend it to the ocean so they can come in all their glory? Now, I do realise this sounds mental. To get a cargo ship down here, right, look at this. This is, right, the ship path. I have to have water within the outer yellow circle. So right now, if I put the outer yellow circle to the edge of the canal, which would be here, it's like having two canals side by side almost. No, I reckon it's two and a half canals width to be able to get a cargo ship to come down a ship path. But once in here, I can widen out some of this as well to kind of get it all settled. We could have really good cargo connections. Now, from where your boy failed, and from where your boy Snowy taught me how it works, I even built one over here just in case I was thinking, yo, it's got to be the distances. Where all this happens, we could have something great come from within it, and it turns out I might be doing one of the craziest things in this city to this point. I mean, we have all these waterways through. Why not create an actual river? I mean, we've got a river here, but this is a big river. Damn, this is going to be truly interesting. So, to be able to do this then, I'm messing with water, which means only one thing. We're going to be having big issues. Lots of flooding is going to be... I should rename this the episode where everything flooded. But if I keep it all paused, before I press play, I reset to sea level, we should have minimal issues leading forward. So what I've got to do first then is I first got to figure out then what is the space between this here for a shipping route. That is what I've got to find out first. So we kind of have to like makeshift it slightly. And where's the best way to do it? I think what we'll do, we'll create a little trench here to what we'll utilize to being where we can create our shipping routes. So we'll get now a key wall, because that's pretty much how we're also going to have to do the majority of this is key walls when you're going from the inner city section. If I do a 50 there, and let's say, right, let me kind of see. If I put that there, oh, it's coming right down to the bottom. Okay. So that is a 20 by 50. The shipping lane, okay, a little bit more. So if I do by another 10, which would then be a 60. So it's a 60 width at the minute. No, not a 60 width, sorry. Where did I get 60? Where did I get 20 and 60 from? I don't have no idea. It's a 30 width at the minute. So a 30 width will be perfect for a shipping line to go through. A 30 width. So I've got to turn this somehow into a 30 width. So give it a quick pause. And it's going to be an issue. So let's first figure out then where the issues are going to lie. So coming into here would not be an issue. Bending around here again should not be an issue. Going through here, not an issue. I'm going to have to move those two garbage plants just there. Probably all of them, to be honest with you. Going through the bridge, not an issue. Down here, not an issue. It's all pretty much free. Down here, not an issue. Through there, not an issue. Through here, again, not. So to get to this lake here, all there, it's not an issue apart from this section just there. So we'll just have to move the garbage points. So that's not bad then. So if we kind of keep it running to the edges, and we'll use, if I kind of look at it this way, we'll use the left-hand side of the canal as being the only structure that will remain. And then we'll just kind of extend 30 across. And that is how we will build our kind of small river. So if I delete there. Now, again, this is, I cannot press play at this point, because if I do, game over. Right, I'm going to delete to there. I'm going to delete a little bit. I'll keep the bend just there for a second. So if I keep this moving, I keep the bends because it enables me to understand where we're connecting to. Also, that's going to be an interesting connection as well, how we now get it connected to the actual other canal system. If I delete to there, we're now going to key wall it, and hopefully we can get all this right. So if I picked this point, so this is me hoping I'm doing it in the correct manner. And if I go to, if I just go to here, I now know I've got to go, so that is 20, yikes. That is 30. Is that truly what it's meant to be? Hold on, my shipping, wowzers. I mean, I could technically take like 5 off, but I don't want to go down that road. I want the ships to be very, very comfortable. So if I bring it, okay. Right, so we do have a first issue with the little train line just here. That's actually a lot wider than I thought it was going to be. Damn! Right, okay, so we got to change the train line, which is not an issue. Now, the only issue with this is that they do crisscross one another. So, whereas this kind of goes down, I might make it go up and over to begin with. So, we'll come back to that in just a second anyway. Now, if I can get as close to the edge. Now, I'm not going to be perfect here. But if I bring that to there, and again, so that should be, that's 20. That is then 30. Going all the way to about there. Bringing this to there where it should meet. So I'm going to do these little sections. And delete. Delete. I might as well just delete all of them. Because I want to get it to the point where the train line starts to bend. And that's how we then create our straight pieces, and how we can then get it to bend with the actual railroad as well. So there, and then the 30 mark, bring it to there. It does seem really ridiculous, but could you imagine how cool this is gonna look once it's all done? I've got to raise a lot of the infrastructure, but this is gonna be so damn good when it's all done. So for the first time then, let's see what a connection would look like when you're trying to connect up the quay walls on a bend like this. So if I get to mimic it, so it's not bending perfect. Now you could argue it's all down to when this does start to bend. So if I treated it to there, and then we'll try again. So there to there, there to there. And we'll just roll with it. It's never going to be perfect. So, because, you know, I don't even know if it was parallel to begin with. You know, that's another headache. But if I kind of take it to there, I know that the bend of the river itself is going to be perfect nonetheless. What are we even doing right now, guys? So, before I can continue, I've got to then sort this out. So, right. So, we will have to raise the highway. The road, sorry. That's, like, non-negotiable. So, if I then delete you... Oh, no, I don't need to delete you. I can just raise you. What am I doing? So what I got to do is just bring you to there. Just select it where this is all elevated. So it's all elevated anyway. I just got to change the points of where it's going. So if I select you, and where's that node? Node's just there, and you. And then bring them up so they kind of pass over this train line. Which, looking at the size of the train, I can actually bring it down a little bit. There we go. And then it's just a case then of sorting out the elevation of it. Now again, once we start getting the ships coming through, we're probably going to have to change the elevation again anyway, just to make sure that the ships don't clip through them all. And then from there, I'll take it to here. So, oh, I've just done the whole thing wrong. I've just gone from the beginning. You can't even undo this as well, which is annoying. Right, start again. Right, about there. Damn it, Seniac, you are so damn foolish. Right, we'll go to here. Add that in. And then from there to there. Add that in. So it goes up and over, which is a little bit different from what it originally did. But we get the same outcome none the least. The same outcome. So then from here, if I could bring it... Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring it to about there. And then we'll create the bend from that. So now get rid of all of that. And where's the snap on this? Right, it'll come out a little bit more. There we go. Glorious. And then we'll bring... I mean, I can actually just attempt the bend from here. It's not an issue. So from there to there. And then go maximums. So if I just do maximum on both sides, then we kind of get it all perfect. It's all aligned. It's all going in the same direction. It's all got the same spaces and widths either side of it. And boom. Glorious. Absolutely glorious right now. So this is still a man-made river. It's not a natural... I mean, you could treat it as a natural river, but then we widened it. Or you could treat it as a man-made river. It doesn't really matter in that kind of aspect. But yeah, so far we've had to adjust very minimal stuff. We'll have to raise this road and have to raise these train lines again when the ships do come down it. But it all depends on how high the actual river is going to flow, or how high the water levels are going to be, basically. So we can now continue this method. So if I delete to here, and I delete going in that direction, and we've got our bend just there. So pushing this straight down to... Right, we'll take it just for there for now. Bringing this all the way down. What's also going to be fun as well is when we start getting rid of the dirt, making sure this is on the right side. I can already tell you right now, it's not on the right side on some of it. I don't know if you can kind of flip it. No, you can't flip it around, but that's going to be fun as well, redoing a lot of it to make it all sync on the right side. But, right, okay, so... We've got to there. I'm going to try and get close up to here. And then do a 30, which will be there. Straight down to here. So I can now get rid of this and then just run it as close as I can to where the bends take place, which I'm going to assume it's going to be... I mean, it's hard to do, but it would be about there. Because I can see this one there is straight to this point. So if I just run it to that, that'll be my marker. And then this, run it to here. There we go. So set these connection... I've clicked you like 10 times. There we go. Get these now all set up. Bam, ba, bam, bam, bam. And where does it stop? There we go. So this will be interesting then, this little tight, close one here. Bam. I can't wait to see ships going through all this. Now, we've done all this has been the easiest bit. The difficult bit right now is going to be this little section. So, gonna have to first get rid of the entry point for that little section just there. I suppose it doesn't really matter just yet on the bend, but if I delete there to there, and right, okay, I'm just trying to work this out. So if I just take it from here to begin with, that road that's flat over is definitely going to change. So if I just get a node just there and bring it to here. Right, 30 away. Oh, that's going to be difficult as well now, isn't it? Right, so that's 10. 25. Is that it there, the 30? 28. 29. That's the 30 marker there. So we'll have to anarchy... Okay. We're not getting rid of 2. We're getting rid of quite a few. That's pretty cool, though. That is pretty cool. I could technically bring this over by 1. Just to kind of give us a little bit of breathing space. So if I did 10 there... Oh, what would make it so much easier? If I did it like this. Straight down by 30. And then... Right, we'll go to 20 there. I could kill this off. That is our space. Equal spacing between each side. That's actually pretty glorious. That actually is. Now, I'll bring this a little bit further out. So bring that out to the 10 marker as well. Now, what we could do is we can make it kind of come up here around and connect to that naturally. Same on this side, without doing anything else. And then we'll just, you know, zhuzh up everything else around it. So for now, I'm just going to delete these. We'll add some kind of garbage, sewage, whatever you want to call it, back in at some point. But this little plant is now gone. We know we're going to have very, very minimal garbage processing capabilities at this point. But there we go. Now, if I delete you, so all the kind of waterworks are now gone. And then what we'll do right now, this is now like a gamble. What I'm about to do right now is a complete and utter gamble. If I select you to there, and there, I'm praying with the bends that this does on its maximum point is going to be good enough. So does that look about right? I mean, you can actually see where the canal went anyway with the tree line. So we're not far off it, but this gives me a more natural kind of S-bend. Granted, I could pull this further up. Do you know what? That's what I should do. I should pull this further up just to... Let's do 10 more from that canal. Because I forgot we've got like a 90-degree connection going on there. Right, this might make this follow the tree line a little bit more. So do maximum on this. So not quite following the tree line. It kind of goes into it a bit more. Which again, we'll take it. I mean, to be honest with you, I could bring this out a little bit further. But yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do that as well. I'll bring this out by another 20. Alright, run that down to there. And then, okay, I ain't moving it again. I ain't moving it again right now. So, bam. Bam. Whoop, bam. Right, that does bend quite funky, but I ain't moving it again. This is how it's going to work. So that then should complement the bend. Which it doesn't. happened? How have we gone so inwards on that section? I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, what that has now removed all my confidence in what I was setting up. I probably did something wrong then and not realised it. Right, we'll do the rest ourselves. So here, I'm going to go across by 10. I go down here by 30 and just go across that way by 10. Just so I got the marker point. So I can then 10 to there, 10 to there. Yeah, I know it anarchied through, but it is what it is. Right, so I've got the straight section there we'll now connect to. That is hilarious. Alright, there we go for that. There we go here. So, bam. And then, very simple, back and forth here. Who would have thought it would have been this much work to get this connected? Straight into there. Straight into there. And again, we should be with the shipping. Yeah, we're all good going through. There's no issues. There's no issues with how wide it is. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be dramatic when we then eventually say, okay, you can now continue with the water to flow through. So get rid of all of this. We're going to have... do you know what? Really good. We can actually get it connected to this. So if I actually continued this. So if I brought this up to just there. Actually, how far away are we? We're about... Okay, so... Okay, if I bring it by 10, delete you. What's your spacing away? 26. So we need it to be a 15. A 30, sorry. So a 30 is here. So deleting you. Now, should I just go for the straight bend around connection? How would that work? Because you got to hope that it's all going to be equal again. Like there. And then that to there. It should do. So if I use that. Yeah, it'll all pass through. Perfect. So that leads out to there. It's a straight on connection. Which is glorious. So now what I need to do is flatten all the land around it. So first things first. Select all this. And elevate these to the object height of, let's just say, that one. We're back to normal. We're back to normal. I'm hoping anyway. Yeah, I'm hoping. And then terrain in it. Smoothing all that out. Good stuff. Do I go as deep as what this is? For the height level? It does seem quite dramatic. Now, if I up the brush size, I gotta find the perfect brush size as well. Now, there's gonna be some sections of it where it's kind of flipped the wrong way round. But we will come to that as we come to it as we progress round. So, all those roads I gotta sort out right now. I gotta pump all this down. A lot of it is gonna be on the wrong side. But it's quite easy to flip it around either way. So I'm going to go for all this then. I'm going to flatten it. And then what I'll do as well is I'll also sort out the key walls to be on the correct side. Once I've done that, we'll then come back. I can hopefully pull it back into... Right, I think we've now sorted out all the walls. Ignore some of the stuff crossing like the metro or the actual train line itself and whatnot. We're... We'll sort those out as the water settles. Now, before I do actually press reset to water level and all that kind of jazz and get it to press play, the only things I will raise just for now will just be the roads that do cross over that are causing dirt alignments to change and whatnot. Because that will cause flooding no matter what I do anyway. So it's then this start of road. And yeah. So if we then with the water... reset to sea level. Now, granted, nothing will happen until I press play. So if I quickly press play for like 2 seconds. And it's not resetting to sea level. Have I got to do it while I'm pressing reset to sea level? Reset to sea level. I press reset to sea level. There we go. Right, so water will still move, but if I keep repressing it every so often, it should just kind of settle any overspills. Oh, I just realized something too. You know, because we had all the garbage there and the land was polluted, it's made the water polluted instead. Well, it looks like it anyway. It looks like it anyway. So we've got a lot of maneuvering that we now need to get done. So we'll try our best here and there. We're just kind of allowing the water to settle. We're going to have to still smoothen some of the edges so the land doesn't kind of collapse there. Still a few little issues. I think over here we're okay. We've got to sort out how it kind of ends at this point, but that's kind of how it looks right now. It's not too dissimilar to the canal system that we had coming through before. It's just a little bit wider. Now, once we have all the stuff built up around it on both sides, you won't even notice that it's wider, because it's still going to feel pretty much the same anyway. It hasn't ruined anything. It means I'll be able to bring cargo ships all the way down to, and pretty much into here will be our first port of call before I eventually even tackle anything near there, which is, again, going to be even more interesting to see it actually happen. I've got dramatic flooding happening everywhere. Now, if I eventually set this up coming down here, which I think the better option would be maybe to kind of create a connection coming out this way and in. But I can then bring stuff from cargo over there to there. It'll be interesting to see what happens anyway. But that is a headache for another day. We've got to now slowly go through all of this and sort it all out. So selecting this node here. We're going to slightly raise it. And we have to raise the whole thing up. Now, are they utilizing this crossing as much? I can bring them into this one now because of how we set that sus junction up. It really then can change all of this. So I no longer need that, which means I can then change the elevations of this stuff. Now, the elevation here, and we'll go from here on that one and here on that one. I don't know how similar they are, but if I make them first initially the same object height as you, and then raise them a little bit further up, because this is where we have to create these ship paths coming through, and we've got to make sure that everything is high enough that the ships don't crash into them. So if I first go from there to there to... Have I done that right? No, I've done it wrong. So get it to the object height of you. Oh, what happened? What is going on? Am I going to get triggered all of a sudden? Right, they all should be that. See, I'm doing it these methods because I know people get telling me to do it a different way and whatnot, but I just feel like once you learn a way and you get used to it, it's just how I'm going to do it. So from there, we'll go from there to there. So hopefully all of that then should be high enough for a ship to go under. Then what I'll have to do then is utilize the gradient changes to get them all then connecting a little bit better from there down to here. Now for this one, the change is a bit more dramatic, but again we can solve and sort that all out. So then if I do this node and this node, because the ship's kind of going to be in the middle, and I raise this up a little bit. Well, to be honest with you, first things first is object height, making the same as that. Which again looks so ridiculous. But once I get a ship going through it, I'll then change how it all kind of looks and comes together. Now the train line needs to be all raised as well. Again, so select these 3 nodes. Do you know what I should really ultimately do? I don't know if they're all the same. Well, the nodes are a bit different. I should let a ship come through and then just go through it one by one as the ship goes all the way down. That'll be like a really simpler way to kind of get them to the alignments and heights that I kind of want. Now I can't, I'm about to say, now I can't select it all. So I don't think I should worry too much about their elevation changes just yet. Because this is really affecting a lot of my lines. Because it's not only I got to raise the bridge, but I've also then got to do everything leading up to it. So the bridge should then be high enough. Hopefully, I don't know. It could not be. Look at the jump this is doing. Damn, boys. 'Tis a big bridge. But I know I've got to sort everything out. There's a long list of stuff that I do need to do. But we'll try and get it sorted. So I think the only things really I should be concerned about at the minute are the metro lines. So, okay, not trees. So I'll go from there to there and just sink it down for now. So if I take the underground mode off, I can then see it hopefully sinking down a bit. And I'll do the sloping mode to kind of change that. And I'm sure there was one more, wasn't there? Yeah. So just take care of these real quick, and then we'll get our first ship coming down. And then all the little bits and bobs that I do need to get sorted, we can eventually get that sorted anyway. That's just cosmetic. Alright, take you back. There's a bit of land there just sticking out. Is that a metro line? I don't think it is. What is that sticking out? Oh, okay. I think the only tiny piece of key wall right there was facing the wrong way. All right, that works. Yeah, I gotta get rid of some of the trees over here, but it works to that extent. Okay. So after all of that, I've now got to pray I can get a ship coming down this. So water is required apparently, but I think it's more to do with the bridges. Is the reason why I can't get it connected. So I could anarchy it, I could get all that stuff sorted out. But it's more of the bridges that are stopping me from taking it all the way through. So if I just sort out all the straight bits for now. So to there, it stops. And then from there. So it looks like I'm going to have to sort out all the bridges before I can bring anything else in by the looks of it. Now, would it go underneath here? Is that high enough? No, Sadiak. The answer has been denied. I'll get rid of all that. I don't know I'm going to need you. So, yes, we're going to have to sort the bridges out. There is no other way about it. There is no other way about it. So, this is going to be fun. So, okay, let's start here then. So, the issue here was the train line and that. Okay. So, if I just put it to pause then, and if I just go through, and it's quite a sad thing to do. But if I delete just to there, that should allow me to pass through. Right, I know I'm killing off the trees. Oh, okay, I couldn't do that because of that bridge. But again, if I delete you just to there, I know I could raise the bridges, I get that, but come on, I'm a simple-minded dude. Right, that won't go to there because technically I gotta press play for it to compute. Ah, so it still won't do it, even with that little bit sticking out. See, these are the things I've got to go through, guys. This is the stuff that the game is triggering me on. Even with that still? Or have I pressed play? No, even with that still, I gotta take it down. See what I mean? The game is so temperamental. It's unreal. But this slight compensation of deletion I've got to go through will eventually set me up. Could you imagine I do all this and all of a sudden barges start appearing? I will be so triggered. I will be so triggered right now. But yeah, we're going to get to a certain point here. Now, I don't really want to delete all this just because. So, is it possible instead just to... Right, I don't want to select... Right, what would that be classed as? Others? No, okay, it's still there. No. Surfaces. No. Buildings. No. I mean, it would class as nodes and segments, wouldn't it? But if I did... No, okay, we're still getting it. Props, road, tracks, fences? Right. The aim is not to select anything. But I'm going to dramatically rise this. I'll come back to it and fix it. But the aim is to raise it so I can then push this under. Is it the structures that's the issue? Is that what it is? So, right, if that's what it is, then that saved me a lot of headache. But my next headache is I can't even select them. There we go. Right, let me delete these structures first, because if it is, then that makes sense. But it's weird that I can't anarchy through them. And it's also annoying that I can't select them. Boom. Boom. Why can't I select these two? Oh, there we go. There we go. Now, if that's what it is, I'm going to delete them, obviously. If that's all I need to do, then game changer. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, it is to there. So there's something here that is stopping me. Oh, no, there is no longer nothing stopping me. So it's just literally the segments of the bridge. So without me making this bridge go any higher, let's find out. Let's find out right now. So deleted you. Now we had to give the last one a little bit of time. Oh! It's the segments. I mean, not the segments, sorry. The supports. Anybody else get triggered by City Skylines? Because I do on a daily basis. I do on a daily basis, but yeah, I still decide to play this game every day. Right, so it's only really that I destroyed. Turns out, yeah, boy, didn't need to destroy it. So, I'm on segment duty, right? I keep calling them segments. I'm on support duty. And by support, I don't mean like emotional welfare. I mean destroying bridge supports. Oh, that's not elevated. I wonder if that's going to be an issue for me. Right, select you. Oh my goodness me, how many supports do you need? Bridge! I will get each and every one of you right now and I will destroy it. And don't think I won't, because I will. Goodbye. It was nice to know you. And delete. The power is invested in your boy. Right. Oh yeah, that's correct. We've got to wait. Oh no, we don't have to wait. I think that's because the land issue just there. That's what it is there, isn't it? So elevate you. Right, I'm learning a lot today, guys. I'm learning a lot. Okay, water's required, but it was okay for that split second. Weirdly, you can go diagonal. There we go. I think it was, yeah, about to have some flooding on the scene there, weren't we? Alright, I can go all the way to it. We are so close to connecting the ship line up right now. Right, there's some supports there that I do know of. So we'll go to here. There. And connect. Now, this is going to be very interesting. So if I do it like a diagonal, come in like that. Now, granted, I won't be able to do this because, obviously, water's required. We got these structure supports here. But we know the dealio. We officially know the dealio. of how this is meant to work. Now, I don't want to focus on getting the rest of the road all set up correctly, because I know this is going to be so time consuming. So I'll probably do that off camera before next episode. I'm going to assume it's there. But we now technically have the connection for our cargo ship to pass down. Now, I don't know how I feel about this, but it's going to be very good, he says. We're just going to get these connected back up again because my whole infrastructure is now just crippling. So we'll do the standardized connection like this. Oh, I forgot which goes where. Oh, no, I haven't. You guys are to that one. And then you guys are to this one because they crisscross is what they do. There's no bends taking place, is there? Well, I hope not. There we go. And then, of course, this road to here. Oh, I've got it stuck on train line here. Right, let's try that again. Bam. To the bam, bam. And connected, boys. So, yeah. Done. Finally. Now, yes, a lot of the crossings that we currently have are either too low, don't work, or whatnot. Don't worry about those. I will get those done before next episode. So, at the minute, we're just going to see a cargo ship anarchy itself and merge itself through a lot of these crossings. I don't want to get too caught up with them right now. Don't ask me what's going on over here right now. It's Edward Scissorhands Junction. But I can now bring people in. And we just need to kind of... do I turn this one into my first? Yeah, this will be my first one just to check it does work. We no longer need you. We no longer need you. We no longer want you. So, in terms of the shipping side of it, I'm going to delete all this. Now, we'll have to widen the entry here. Because obviously we're going to get a ship through there. So if I just kind of do this to begin with. And then just go slight edge just there. Yeah, so we're really going to have to widen this area. So, bam. So we'll go a little bit over on that side. We'll definitely come over a little bit more here. And widen that bit. And then widen down here for a more gracious turn. Now, is that going to be enough? I don't know. I don't know. We'll get rid of all the trees that we've got planted down first in this side of the canal. And around here too. Goodbye. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Get that Foolsopolis brush back. And I've now accidentally got some place down here. There we go. So, is this it? Is this the way to Amarillo? No. It is still currently a no from me, but we're definitely getting closer and closer. So, the land needs to be pushed over a bit more. So, it's still not wide enough there, but the mouth entry works. Oh, I was expecting there to be support. Oh, there is supports, but we kind of went through. Interesting. So, not wide enough here. Gonna push it right to the edge. Bend that slightly back. Brings us in. Bam. And that's all it's needed to kind of pull in a cargo ship here. This is so dramatic. This is so dramatic, but if I can do this, then glorious. But it will allow me then to kind of like bring cargo ships from here to here. I know it's only a simple back and forth. Also bring it down here too. And then I don't know if I let it widen this canal system. I don't know. But I can create these little inlet ports now that can bring the goods to and from. So it's not just about bringing cargo ships out of the region inwards. It's about transporting the goods in and around using the waterways. That is what the whole point of this is. So if I'm going to delete this road. I'll delete that road. Transport. What I'll do, I won't use the one that's got trains on, because I'm going to treat it as like a completely different harbour altogether, with a different kind of meaning behind it. I think it will be easier for me to actually build the road. I'm just realizing, because you can kind of merge it to it, can't you? So if I did, I mean, a 10 by 10. I mean, that's what we originally had, didn't we? A 10 by 10. And then smack bang on. Get that there. It's not perfect, but it's not going to be perfect just yet. Not until I figure out how I want to do all of this. Because this is a complete gamble right now to bring cargo ships all the way down. So, like I said, the purpose is not to bring them from the river and then down here to drop the goods off. La-di-da-di-da. It's more to then transport goods through. So, if I eventually sorted this out here, I mean, then again, I could put like a cargo hub just there. No, actually, I could change this one here, into the cargo hub with the train line. So we get to utilize both the trains coming in and the cargo ships taking it out. Which means I could actually put it there, and then this could bend round straight into it. Ooh, see what I mean? Everything's all being combined. Everything is now all being combined. I could have done the same thing over here too. But I think I might utilize and switch that one up to being it. So it's not about, you know, adding all these new routes. It's about trying to upgrade the train lines. Continue this progression. Because these have got set up anyway. And I think then, because we got one just there, try and build an actual harbour inlet just here and then whack that onto, so it's also part of the ships. So we can export the goods via ships and trains. That's interesting. That's going to be very interesting. Right, where are you going? Are you just kind of completely broken, don't understand what to do anymore? I can't select any of these ships. What's going on? Oh, you're transporting to there. So, yeah. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to literally change up how we interact with the cargo around this place. I'm really excited. Damn, that's going to really change the game. So I can definitely replace this one with a cargo hub. And I think I'll pull it over here. I have to widen all this to get out. Or change it up. But as that bends around, it comes into there instead. Or if I sorted something out here, I could definitely have it there anyway. It's not a problem, not an issue. Definitely going to do one to this. So it'll be a case of the train line comes a little bit closer to the road. That's pumped in a bit more for the bypass as well. That would definitely work having one here. I don't think having one there would work as much. Don't think it would. If I change this at Throw River 2, we can have one definitely over here. So I'll keep the inner city ones all good. That one we could definitely do one on. And we have one here too, which could work out, but I don't know. I mean, how often is that being used? Now, I could definitely widen it coming through here and stick one there, because you never know where they're going to want to take it. But it's just one of those things. You just don't know until it actually happens. Now, I know I've done a lot of damage. I know there's a lot of issues. I know some of the roads are all over the place. That is something I'll get fixed before the next episode anyway. We just got to find our little bit of a sweet point. But I managed to do that with minimal damage to the city, which I still can't believe we're still okay. I just want to see an actual cargo ship go traveling all the way down. So I know I've got them coming in. And it's pretty much going to be like a new ship that kind of comes into the region. I'm just checking if any of these ships right now are on. Oh, wait, no, you're going to over there as well. You're going to over here as well. Any of them going to get spawned from this? I mean, no. Okay, yeah, I'm about to say no one's using it, but someone's just going out right now. So this, like I said, it's not really to be used to get goods in and out of the city. It's more to transport goods from in the city to other parts of the city is the best way to put it. And we can really extend and utilize, because we can, when it uses a ship, it's basically using the ship where the train line doesn't go. So that's going to be really, really handy. So like I can't get a train to over here, doesn't really make much sense. So instead, ship it over. It's only a short distance. Why not? Why not? It means I can eventually get rid of this one too, because that makes no sense at all. But I just want to see a ship heading all the way down. So let's just assume it's one of the ones now coming in. No, not you. Still not you. Damn, how long is it going to be? I mean, once you get enough goods going to here, then they'll eventually just make themselves go out. But it is all connected, right? It's definitely all connected, so I think we just need to play the waiting game before we see some cargo ships traveling down our man-made river. I think while I wait, I'll get some of this other road. It didn't take long, guys. It literally did not take long. I literally just kind of played around with trying to change the elevations of all of this. It's not perfect, but in that quick little kind of couple of seconds that I got to kind of sort some of this out, which actually looked kind of okay from this angle. We got a cargo ship being spawned from over here. It's come from over there, obviously, and it's traveling all the way to over here. So I'm not too sure why, because that means it's just going to drop the goods to then either drive out or go this way around. But, I mean, it seems that, I mean, whatever these guys are doing right now, this is actually the quicker way. So, I don't know when we're going to see an actual ship coming in. And I don't know whether it's going to make this hub or harbour a little bit too busy for the ships to pass through. But we have our first ship now skedaddling. Will it go under all of this? Okay. So, it just shows us that, oh, it just, I mean, that one bit of it there just kind of clips that side. So it shows us that we're on the right path, the right direction with that height, and then we can pretty much apply it to the rest of the area. This is hilarious, man. We actually have a cargo ship passing through this area. This river is so freaking wide. You don't realize until you can compare it to like the small canal. But I mean, now that I've looked at it for quite a while, I don't feel like anything's changed. I feel like it's been there for a while. Oh, hello. That's coming down to here right now. Very good, very good, very good. So like I said, the whole point is not really for the outside connection. It's to transport the goods in and around a little bit easier. Another ship has now appeared, and that's going out of the region. So not a very heavily used port, but it's just kind of my little setup before we progress any further. Now I know it works, I could apply the same logic to many, many of the other places. So to get something down here, realizing that this needs to be as wide as this, I think I might just kind of bring it down this way and connect it to there. I would like something to continue going down here. So I would have to kind of create something, because I can't make that as wide. It's impossible. It is truly impossible. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it... Oh, there's two ships on the way down. That one's got 36% full. That one's got 4% full. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So you might start to see less traffic going to these ships. I mean, eventually I might do alternate connections to get this over there so we can utilize a bit more space. Very interesting. Very interesting. So I think I end it for here. It's been pretty much of a long one right now. But I'm not finished with the idea. It's just showing me that it is possible and there's a lot we can get done. I'm excited for where we can progress with this system. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.